Yesod means foundation. It is the ninth sephirah. It sits directly below Tiferet, thus reflecting its light, just like the moon that reflects the light of the sun. Yesod is the foundation of what will become our world, Malkut, which is the formative, active world. It is as if somebody drew a blueprint of the world, Yesod, and then actually constructed it in Malkut. The images of Yesod are seductiveness and beauty. But they can also be hideous and frightening. Remember, moon is deceptive and seductive. They are dreams and fears of humanity. However, these images are elusive. Remember, they only reflect the real sunlight of Tiferet. It is the moon's reflection of the light, not the light itself. Yesod is the foundation of our universe. Sitting smack in the middle of the pillar of equilibrium, Yesod is the child of Netzach and Hod, which is intuition and intellect, and thus it combines the powers of both. It is almost like the powers of all higher Sephirot are being utilized in Yesod in a trial run, so to speak, for when we eventually get to our world, which is Malkut. Yesod in a sphere of physics and mathematics and mystics is ruled by the moon. It is an etheric sphere, and in the tarot, it is the ninths that reside in Yesod. It is inevitable that we have to consider the mystic illusion of the world of Yesod when we think about the ninths. They can be really good or really bad. The question is, can we recognize the difference? On the one hand, the number 9 is really the last number on the completion of the cycle, because what follows is the number 10, which is really a 1, and so the cycle begins again, because numerologically 10 equals 1. And thus our dilemma becomes, are we able to start anew, or will we be stuck in this old number 9 cycle? And to illustrate, let's take a look at the Nine of Swords. The element of air in the world of air, intellect and intellect, or as I call it, the mind squared, or as Aleister Crowley calls it, the agony of the mind. To make matters worse, the Nine of Swords, here we have Mars in Gemini. Mars, being a warring planet, adds this oil to fire in thinking and talkative Gemini. Words, therefore, become weapons in this lethal combination. Theoretically, Yesod is the middle pillar, right? And it should act as a mediator, right? Yet, ruled by the passive moon, Yesod does not stand a chance of getting in the middle of the two warring giants, Mars and Gemini. And so here we are faced with an option. Do we get out of this hell of our own making in the following card, the Ten of Swords, or do we start this cycle over again? On the flip side, we have the Nine of Cups, Yesod in the suit of water. And here we are back in the stability of the middle pillar, thank God. Jupiter, the planet of growth and expansion, is more than happy to find itself in Pisces, a planet of compassion and humanity. Furthermore, Yesod, the sphere of the moon, is more than happy to host the watery, dreamy Pisces, which is also ruled by the moon. So, thus happiness finally returns to the suit of cups. The Nine of Cups, therefore, is a card of physical pleasure. It's a card of joy and sensuality. Yet here, once again, we must be cautioned. When we are devoid of the benefit of the intellect of Hod or the emotions of Netzach, how far will the physical pleasure alone take us?